Hello there. It's pretty cool. Fire sabers. Okay. So this is my Vire sabers, courtesy of DARTH RAGE Reviews. We did a $100 gift card giveaway. And I just so happened to win, which I am very thankful for. So I'm just gonna go ahead and box it. What I want to do. So sorry if I'm talking quietly, but there are people working and I don't want to disturb anybody. Just so you know. Here we go. Got a charger. Pretty cool. I didn't even know this thing was going to come with electronics. But I have one of these. Actually, I already have one. Some tension screws. And the actual saber. It's much longer than I thought it would be. Alright, there it is. This is the saber. Very nice. Alright, so yeah, that's the unboxing. Catch you in a second. Okay, so like I said, I was trying to be quiet. If you could even hear me, I was trying to be quiet because people were working. So I'm just gonna run over my plans for this lightsaber. And first off, I just want to say a big thank you to DARTH RAGE. He's got a great YouTube channel, and he's doing a whole ton of unboxings. He actually already hit 1,000 subs. Pretty soon he's going to be doing a lightsaber giveaway. You can have a Profi NeoPixel lightsaber or a Luke Skywalker lightsaber. So if you're interested in that, go check him out. Definitely say subscribe to him because he has a great channel. He does some great stuff. And yeah, he gave me $100 to spend at Vire Sabers. And this is what I ended up getting. So this is their VHC saber. It actually ended up being a lot longer than I thought it would be. So what I'm going to do with this saber, I'm going to turn it into basically an Inquisitor's lightsaber. Now, I was looking at my collection a couple days ago, and I was thinking, I don't have any dark side lightsabers whatsoever. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. I am going to turn it into an Inquisitor lightsaber. I'm going to get a Profi core for it eventually. And I think it's going to be really sweet. I'm also going to do just a little bit of basic weathering. Alright, so now I'm just painting that red paint inside of those grooves. I'm just using a red model paint. And it was kind of difficult to get inside of those grooves because they were so small. But I ended up just painting over them, and the paint got in there enough that they can still show up enough. And I purposely selected this grip because it had those grooves so I could put the paint in there, and also above the switch section those grooves are also present, so I can put that red paint up there and it looks very consistent and very nice. And this red paint was very, very thin, so I had a lot of trouble getting it to show up. Probably could have primed the grip section first, but it worked out in the end. I don't think there was any reason to prime it. Alright, so now I'm just going to add the rub and buff to some of the recessed portions. And originally I was going to use an airbrush paint for the gold parts, but I couldn't find the one that I wanted at the store, so I just ended up using Rub and Buff. And it turned out a lot better than I expected. I'm really happy with the way it looked. Okay, so now we're in the garage, and you can see it's really messy. The only way, these lines are really thin, so the only way for me to get that red paint in there was to sort of just paint over the lines, and that's why that's all on there like that, because that's going to come off when I sand it. And this is also just going to do some of the weathering. So yeah. Okay, so for sanding, I was doing the sanding to get off all that excess paint I showed you, and also to do the weathering. Like I said, I wanted to do some light weathering, so I didn't use any paint washes or anything. I used just sandpaper, and I also had to use some paint thinner to get off the paint in areas that I couldn't reach with the sandpaper. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Up here where I put that Rub and Buff, it's come off a little bit, so I'm gonna go grab some of that. I'm gonna apply the Rub and Buff again a little bit. And then I think we might be able to call it done. I don't know if I want to do a rust wash on this. Give it a rusted look. I don't think I will. Oh, yeah. Alright, so in the process of sanding, some of that Rub and Buff that I put on earlier came off. So I'm just going to reapply it. And a tip for the Rub and Buff, you're going to want to apply it very, very lightly. Do not put a lot on your finger and put it on there. And that helps to avoid with fingerprints in the paint and little splotches and things. In the end, I had to use a clear coat to help keep that Rub and Buff on there without it coming off. Okay, so I did a little bit of off-camera work, and this is pretty much the finished product. So what I've done here is I've got a little red wire, and I've got some parts that I kit bashed from a car model set, and I've just glued those on there. I think it adds a nice touch to it, and yeah, so I am going to go test out this varnish that I have, because I've never used it before. I'm going to test it out on one of my junk sabers, and I will consider using that to finish this off so everything stays where it's supposed to. Okay, so here's my test saber, and the matte varnish made it a little too glossy, so I might just go for a matte clear coat on it instead. I'm gonna let this dry and see how it looks. Okay, so I'm not liking how this stuff looks on the test I did, so I'm just gonna use this matte finish instead. So I'm gonna let that dry, then I'm gonna call it done. I think it looks good. Alright, and here it is, finished product. Once again, thank you Darth Rage for giving me the opportunity to customize this hilt and to add it to my collection. I really hope you like what I've done with it. I think it looks nice. I hope you feel the same. Everybody, if you haven't already, go check out Darth Rage. His videos are great. He's got a great channel. He's a great guy overall. And I can't thank him enough for giving me that $100 so that I could buy this. I've had a lot of fun customizing it and getting to make it my own, and I can finally say that I have a dark side lightsaber in my collection. In the end, it kind of turned out looking like the Jedi Killer lightsaber, if you're familiar with that. That is a concept art of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and without the cross guard, and it kind of looks the same. The red wire really makes it look like that, which I'm okay with because it's a really nice looking lightsaber. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you, Darth Rage. I hope you enjoyed. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.